There are many agencies that have looked at viable vendors and have not found other viable vendors, and know that the infrastructure that an ecosystem that Flock provides, and the fact that all other local law enforcement agencies are using Flock, continue to maintain their relationship with it. I have to make decisions that are best for our community, best for the safety, best to uphold our values, our privacy, and again, overlay and ensure that our contract language is tight enough that if they are not following the things that we value, we can exit that contract. But absent that, and we see that they are the best vendor, it is our obligation to bring forth a recommendation to council about what we see as the best vendor and allow them to make the decision about how they want to proceed with that.
There were discussions about considering a non-Flock vendor for fixed cameras. Why has the city come back to Flock as the preferred vendor?
So the question is, why did we come back to Flock? And if those of you who recall in the fall, we originally brought our contract forward for fixed cameras for approval of that contract. In the summer last year, we had brought forth our policies, our use policies and acquisitions, and had been approved. City manager and I discussed some of the news stories that were out, and we wanted to do our due diligence and look at that. So we did explore other vendors, and we did want to have a community conversation. And what I can share is that the other vendors out there that had the CGIS and SOC 2 protections in place, that did not have cameras that they build on site. They were third-party vendors with cameras. There were a lot of limitations around electrical power. So finding a camera that can do solar powered, that has reliable hits, reliable information and data streams, has the data protection and privacy, and is a vendor that can handle the load of what we need as far as the number of cameras and the outputs, and the transparency pieces. There are not a lot of other vendors out there. The closest we found was Axon, and the information that we received from Axon was that they weren't ready for this step of technology yet. And so we're recommending, and our research has led us back to Flock and the Condor camera, because we know it also works in conjunction well with the ALPR technology, of which Flock is the leader in that technology, and also happens to have one of the front runners of best privacy technology and transparency in the DFR world. So it's